once again, day one of the MRE 21-day meal. These are pretzel sticks. Their manufactured date or bottling date, or whatever you want to call it, was 2014-009. The nutrients are right here. You can always look them up on the web. You could stop that or pause that if you want to see the content. The sodium's what's got me. That's 15% of your daily, so they're pretty salty. And you want to make sure that you hold on a second. My bird's about ready to get eaten by the cat. And of course, with anything that's got salt in it, you're going to want to definitely be hydrated. So drink a lot of water. We're going to open this guy up. It's got the pre-tab little places where you can open them up. It was Ziploc, so we just assume it's got an oxygen removal in it. It's not vacuum packed, so I kind of wonder. Easy to get off. And there is an oxygen removal in there. I don't know if you can see that inside. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it. They're just regular old pretzel sticks. The doggy in the background is one of our other household pets. So we won't bother with the oxygen removal. These guys here pretty much just take out the oxygen. So whatever was left in here was nitrogen and whatever environmental gases were in this thing. So these should be pretty well preserved. Of course, you know, they're in pieces. Yep, nice and fresh like the day they went in there. Okay, that's JoJo right there. Everybody say hi to JoJo. And we'll be seeing you soon. Admiral Preparedness. And this is Admiral Preparedness here once again. I want to cover something I just glossed over a little bit. These little packets are called oxygen removal. What they do is there's a process in here just like hand warmers. They react with the oxygen in the atmosphere and heat the material up so you can warm your hands. Now I took this out about 2 minutes ago and it's starting to get warm, which means that it did its job while it was in the bag. And if you really wanted to keep using these things, you know, they eventually will stop working because of the properties and the chemical reaction. But you put it under vacuum, it'll cool back down. So for small quantities, you know, like pill bottles that are vacuum, that are sealed really well, where there's no air going to get in, you can use these guys. I always tell folks, you know, if you get them out of these type of packages, they're still good. They're still doing their job once they're exposed to the atmosphere again. It's not going to get super hot because it's only a few cc's, but as long as you can get it out of the package, put it back into a vacuum or a properly sealed, no oxygen environment, you can reuse them again until they finally deplete. Most people just throw them away, but to be honest with you, it feels lukewarm to any bare skin. So again, it's not going to cause any damage or any fires or any kind of hazard if you throw them in the trash. Just remember that it is still good. It's still doing its job. So if you wanted to take it out of the container and reuse it for some other future project, you could do that. Just be known that if once it gets super hard, it's definitely depleted itself. But this guy's still got some time. But we're just going to go ahead and put it in our trash bag that goes with these guys. But I just want to let you know that these can be reused as long as you get to them as soon as you bring them out of the container that has already depleted the oxygen, because it'll cool back down once the oxygen is done. That's Admiral Preparedness. We'll be back. Admiral Preparedness again. It's still a little bit early for our full lunch, so we're going to have a snack here. What I've decided to do here is the cheese spread with jalapeno and the pretzel sticks. What I'm going to do is take a few of those pretzel sticks and I'm going to enjoy them with the jalapeno. I don't pride myself in tearing stuff, so I'm just going to use a pair of scissors to get the goodness out of the container. Because what I'm going to do is make it like a dip. So you open it up about like that. You can see inside. It's, you know, it's pretty much just Cheese Whiz or a cheese type product. Reach inside, gather up some. Yep. Just like the stuff you'd find in a can. The jalapeno and the cheese doesn't start right away. It takes a few seconds for it to let you know it's there. Got a interesting little kick to it. I think these would be a hit for anybody out there who's looking for something to just a little bit of comfort. A little snack. It's not messy. Sit around your desk, workspace, or wherever you're at. Not too much of a kick. Of course, you can always go on the internet to find the nutritional supplement facts. It's all in the back here. I don't know if you can see that or not. But, with the salt content. Something to keep you busy. Talk to you soon. Admiral Preparedness. It's time for lunch, and I believe we're having the jalapeno beef patty in pepper jack. So let's see what came in here. Okay, so let's see. Wine entree, which is the pepper jack. This is the wheat snack bread. We have some salt for flavoring. We have our drink, which is the beverage base raspberry. We have the Heinz mustard and Heinz ketchup. And we have some cheese spread. And that is beef patty jalapeno. We're going to heat that up and come back, and we're going to plate it out, and let's have a good review. Okay, as magic of television, we're back. We're going to start opening up things. Let's start with the base beverage powder, since that's the easiest. That's pretty much simple. On that base beverage, it was 2013, 228, the day of the year that it was packaged. Just cut off the end there. Hold it down, let it go. 20 ounces of water is what it asked for. I'm using ice water. Give that a quick stir. A nice grape smell coming off the powder. A little bit some of it's not coming to liquid. I think it just needs to be well worked. Cold water. I'm not going to use lukewarm next time because I want it to be cold. Put ice in it, but that'd be kind of a waste of time. Alright, we have to save the garbage, so we'll put that aside. Let's take a look at the wheat snack bread. Of course, it's got the perforations all along the edge, so it shouldn't be a problem. Of course, there's going to be an oxygen removal. This guy's always in it, and again, once I said about the O2 remover, go ahead and dispose of that part. You don't need it. Not good for you. You just don't want to eat that at all. These guys here come apart. Depending on how well it was stored, you've got your two wheat snack bread items. The main entree. They give you pretty much one way to open it up. They give you two notches, one here and one here to tear it open. Seeing as how the second notch is right here, we're going to go ahead and do it the top notch. Actually, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors because I can. Slightly vacuum packed, so that's kind of a good thing. Put that in there. I can smell the jalapeno and the beef coming out in the smell, which is very pleasing. It's hot, so you gotta be careful. And of course, inside you can see the piece of meat. It's processed, of course. Okay, there's a little bit of liquid in it. It's got the grill marks, as you can see. We're just going to do a small sampling here. I'm not going to go ahead and let you watch me eat it. That would be just not proper. So we're going to take a small piece of the bread and cut it with the meat. Kind of have like a sandwich. You can see some jalapeno spice on that. A little bit of ketchup. Again, I'm going to use the scissors because I can. Just to break it open. A little bit on the scissors, of course. It's definitely ketchup. Not going to use it all right now. I want to save some. Same with the mustard. Let's push it back a little bit. And spread that. I've kneaded it just a little bit to give it some texture there. And I'm going to give that a bit of a taste. You can definitely, the jalapeno stands out, but the bread, a little bit dry. I think maybe if it was crumbled up and mixed together with the beef patty, that might be another way to do it. But that's what you get. Jalapeno beef patty. Tastes pretty good. The beef patty all by itself. What's this guy here? Or not exactly. This is just your basic beef patty. There's a piece of if you can see that. It's processed beef, almost like Salisbury steak, but not the flavor, but just the texture. Definitely can taste the jalapeno. It lives long after you have already eaten and swallowed the patty. Go back and take a look at the grape drink. Yeah, it's your standard type grape drink from when you was a kid growing up and mom put it on the table. Okay. Well, I'm going to enjoy this whole thing because I got to eat the whole thing. That's part of the plan with the research study is for me to consume all of the items here, and I'll show you an image of what it looks like when I'm done. So this is Admiral Preparedness having my lunch. Day 1 of the 21-day MRE, only consuming MREs for 21 days. And good evening, everybody. This is Admiral Preparedness with our evening meal on day 1 of our 21-day only MREs. Right now we're having shredded beef and barbecue sauce, black beans and sauce. That's heating up right now in the water bath. We're having tortillas, 2 of them. Those are heating up. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we got here. There's barbecue sauce. You can look up the dietary things on the internet. Of course, the good old cheese spread. We're going to try that with the tortillas and the shredded beef. Iodized salt. And a beverage is the beverage base powder lemon lime. This is what we're going to do right now in our glass of water. I'm going to use scissors because I don't really like to be tearing stuff. It just, if I got a pair of scissors, I can use a pair of scissors. Keep the trash. Got to keep the trash because everything's weighed. Alright, right into the beverage. No smell. I can't smell anything coming from the beverage bag. Give that a quick stir. Everything went to the bottom, so that's a good thing. A little bit on top. It's cold water, ice cold water from the dispenser in the refrigerator, so as we've noticed in several other videos from other reviewers, it takes a little bit longer for the beverage to dissolve in cold water versus lukewarm or hot water. I don't like my drinks in lukewarm water. I want them to be in cold water, so I just give it a stir for now, then come back in a few minutes after we got our meal up. Okay, we're going to open up the cheese sauce also, just basically with a pair of scissors. Just cut the top off. Squeeze all the goodies down to the bottom. Alright, open it up. And you can see the yumminess inside the container. That's the cheese. It's just basic plain. It's nothing fancy. The barbecue sauce, we can go ahead and open that up too. I'm just going to add it to the food when it comes in. Just basically grab it by the top and cut it with your scissors. Here's your, oh, that smells good. Standard barbecue. And we'll be right back when we bring the food in. Give me just a moment. And I'm back. I want to let you see the opening of the pouches. Basically, we're just getting the water off of them, dry them up. They're really hot, boiling water. This one is the black beans and sauce season. Okay, date on it is 2013 353. All the nutrient information, well, that's pretty well no-brainer. We're going to cut this along the top. It has the tear right here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to squeeze it out on the plate. I've got to consume the entire meal, so that's not a problem. Well, that smells good. That smells yummy. Just squeeze all the goodness out. Everything's got to be eaten. They want me to consume the entire meal. Of course, I'm doing this in stages because I don't want to eat it all at once because I'm not really that hungry, but for now. Basically, it's retorted food cooked in a vats in production, you know, commercial style environment. Everything's super clean. They make sure that they heat the food very well before they before they package it. Some of the stuff's commercial off the shelf. Some of it's not. Okay, this is a shredded beef and barbecue sauce. We're going to put this right over here. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and take it from the top. It's pretty hot. Manufacture date is 2014-009, so this is the newest and freshest of all the meals. 2014. It is 2016, so this stuff's been sitting around for just a little bit. Again, once it is manufactured, it goes into storage. These are special meals that were developed, or at least pulled from the production line and taken to a laboratory where they could wait for the request of the engineer, the technicians, and the doctors, and all the physicians and people who are doing this study. There's a handful of people. They are going to remain anonymous. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. A piece of meat there. It's shredded, so all the goodness. Now the tortillas, these were heated up. You don't understand, if you don't heat these up, they'll break on you. And these guys have a manufacture date of 2013-2/56. Fold off the top. See inside. It's your standard tortillas. You get 2 of them. They're warm to the touch, a little moist. Inside you have an oxygen removal. Remember to take that away. You should open up nicely. Pliable. Good shape. Okay, so we've got our dinner here. I'm just going to take a few samples of it, just so you can see that we eat it. Use my scissors. Alright, folks. This is the black beans. Definitely spicy. Beans are in good texture. Shredded beef. Barbecue sauce. A little different in flavor, the beans. Very good. Very good. I'll squeeze some of the barbecue sauce into the beans. This is already in barbecue sauce, but it's a different contrast, a different color. Got to use every bit of it. No, I'm not going back. And I have a choice for the next 21 days, or actually 20 days, of getting some more of these meals. I'm redoing them based on the fact that I've got 21 days. Try this again with the barbecue sauce. Definitely has a little bit of an interesting flavor to it. A little sweet. I got the dogs in here and looking at my plate. Now the beef, shredded beef, there's more small pieces than there are big pieces, but I found a big piece. See if I can get that up to you. So there's goodness in here. You're not gonna go hungry. So that's a good sampling. Tender, flavorful. Oh, absolutely. And the drink, basically your lemon lime flavor. A little weak. I use too much water, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and enjoy this. Animal preparedness. Almost done with day 1. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, give me feedback, and we'll talk to you soon.